Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off of bye week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league, so a lot of turmoil, I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Just when they're looking run, now up top. They're bringing heat. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He fires one deep down the right side. Fires the pass, intercepted.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Power football with the run.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smart points because he threw in the double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up in the double coverage.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Skips away from pressure. Escapes trouble. He'll try to do it himself. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he got loose, it was all over. And the PAT makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Washington had an impressive showing at home, and to do it with some of the legends of the past there, Mark Brunell, Napoleon Kaufman, and Lincoln Kennedy, won a special victory. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Hand off from the shotgun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to get it through the air. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Complete out of the backfield. At the 35, he's got room. The expressway is wide open. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He's going to pass. Pressure coming. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Listen, we all want to get to the quarterback and get sacks, but when you realize the quarterback's going to throw the football right away, you just try to get your hands in the air, get a deflection, make him throw around you. Great job by the defensive end.
Looking to throw on second down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls out.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the returner will be brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
Little touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. First down to start the drive after the break. Pulls it and fires to the left. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Clemson jumps to the line. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, they'll take to the air. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third down, going up top. And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Unleashes one deep. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
And the offensive line has to do a better job protecting their man. It's fourth down. He needs some time to make a play. The defense brings the blitz, beats the offensive line, and gets the big sack.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He wants to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Clemson is quick to the line. Dialing up a second down pass play. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. The give from the gun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here come the Irish back on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but the ball's incomplete.
Defense were always trying to get some tips, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game. That will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Going for it on fourth down must be part of their philosophy. Just 1 for 3 so far in this one. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
On the run, still looking. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time. But how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Smashes ahead. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
And I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Here's the handoff. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll ride the hot hand. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And his first pass is incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going up top on 1st down. He'll take a shot. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defender some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up and plucked it.
Across the 25, he's got room. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. They got him. The pressure.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you set the other team up for almost...
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Set on first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Nice move to keep running. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. To the air on first down. The throw to the outside is complete.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And, Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
And I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely good.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He's going to let it go. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. The give on the counter. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He lets one fly deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Troy was able to walk off the field there in Veterans Memorial Stadium with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
We talked about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Let's go!
He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Quarterback will audible. Third down play from the gun. Pocket starts to collapse. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
Well, and you could tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
Lets it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get louder.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And it's going to be a pick 6.